Bobby Taylor and Gene Hart back here at Pittsburgh. 5-2 the score after 2 periods of play. And my guest, Gregg Sheppard. And Craig, just before we went on, you and I were talking about the potency of that power play for Pittsburgh, especially against Philadelphia. And you were saying that you really work on it.
Well, the players are really moving the puck extremely well, especially tonight. But they work on it after every practice. The power play does stay out there by themselves, and occasionally the penalty killers go out there and try to give a little bit of a defense. But they work on it every day, and I think you're seeing the results tonight.
Big difference in the Penguin team over the last couple of years is that they've become a lot more physical.
Yeah, we've acquired a few players that have definitely fit into our EJ's type of system where we play a little bit more physical hockey. But at the same time, I think he installed a system and he gave each player a lot of confidence, and I think that's a result of us being successful or more successful than we have been in the past.
I know he said that one of the reasons or one of the problems he had was that there was nobody to call up if some player was going bad. But now with the farm team in Erie, it seems like you have a lot more players in your organization.
Well, it was certainly nice to see it. It reminded me of the days when I was in Boston when we went to training camp this year. I remember training camps in Boston. We had 80 or 100 players there, and this year we had over 60 players in Erie. And it's showing tonight where we do have a little bit more depth. We're not afraid to go to the farm system and replace a player now, whereas before, if somebody got hurt, you looked around and there was nobody else to fill in. You went with minus a player.
The rivalry, of course, they've really built it up here in the papers about the penalty field game in Philadelphia. But tonight, not really a big surprise, because mostly when you have a big, tough game like that and you come in, you expect the same thing. Nothing really like that happens. That
has been the past history, or at least I've been associated that way, when we're a team that you've played physical against and had a lot of penalties. The next game seems to be more closer checking, but at the same time, it's not as many penalties. Tonight, you're seeing that. It's close checking tonight. There's no doubt about that. But at the same time, there is flurries around there, and especially offensive flurries.
It's got to be really hungry for the Penguin players to pick up a victory against Philadelphia, where they've been few and far between lately.
Well, that's true, too. We were reminded that we haven't beat Philadelphia in 9 games, and tonight's game is not over by 20 minutes yet. But we're looking forward to that first victory against Philadelphia, and it'll definitely give us a lot of confidence.
You've been here now for about 3 years or 4 years, and you've seen the style change. Pittsburgh, of course, was always a high-scoring team throughout their history, but they seem to like to win games 9-8 rather than win the 3-2 games. EJ really concentrated on the defensive end of the game?
Well, that has been one of his goals, is our end, and we feel that we've improved in it. At the same time, I think that we're playing positional hockey a lot better, and not only in our own end, but in the opposing team's end, where rather than have 3 players up, we have 2 guys in, and we always have 1 guy ready to come back and help the defense. And that's definitely showed on the stat sheets there, where we've reduced our goals against.
Lost Greg Millen, and I guess you kind of thought over the summer that, boy, how are we going to replace him? But Dion seems to be doing a very good job.
He's done an excellent job for us, and I think that's one of our biggest surprises this year is the ability of Michel Dion, and he's certainly turned our penalty killing around. I know we have a lot of confidence in him that he can make the initial save as long as we're there to clear the rebound. We do have a lot of confidence in Mike.
Well, Greg, I want to thank you for being our guest.
Thank you, Bobby.
Our guest, Gregg Sheppard. We'll be back with more, but first, these words.